Hey besties, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a birthday haul, is that the right word? It is not my birthday yet. I still have a good 3 weeks until my birthday. However, this weekend we celebrated with some friends, we got an Airbnb and we just had a really nice weekend, but I wasn't expecting any presents. However, my friends pulled through, the sweeties that they are, and they got me some books. So I thought I would do a what I got for my birthday haul books edition. I'm honestly so grateful for these books. I'm grateful for my friends. I love my friends so much. But these are the books that I got, so I'm going to go through them and just talk about them, I guess. But this is the haul. This is crazy. What? So the first book I got was Atmosphere by Jenkins Reid. Now, I have heard so much about this book. I actually don't know anything about it at all. All I know is that everyone's reading it and it's really, really good. I've only ever read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Jenkins Reid, and I really, really enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to really love this. But by the sounds of it, it's also about women in STEM, which is really fun as well. I think I love that. Okay, so by the sounds of it, this is about Jane Godwin, and she is training to be an astronaut. I'm assuming there's some sort of love story or love interest in this book. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very super excited to read this. You're going to hear me saying that a lot because I'm excited to read all of them. I then got Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Now, I read the first Force Wing. I wasn't a massive fan of it, although I do need to reread it because I feel like I just wasn't in the right headspace when I read it, because I know so many people loved it. I think it was just a bit too similar to Divergent, and I read Divergent when that was really popular. So I saw a lot of similarities. However, I did get Onyx Storm. So I have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame on my Kindle, so I'm going to give them a reread and then I'm going to jump into this one and see what it's like, because I've heard they're very, very good series and I do want to know what the hype is about. I'm very super excited to give this a reread as well. I then got Kingdom of the Feared by Kerri Maniscalco. I've probably butchered that completely. I haven't actually read this series either, and I haven't got the first two books, Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed. I have seen them about though, so I do want to pick those up as well and give this series a read because it looks really good. It looks really good. There is a romantic theme going on here because Lily, who got me the majority of these books, she has a romancy thing. She loves romancy. I need to get her into contemporary romance, but she is such a big fan of Game of Thrones. I'm gonna have to pull her out a bit, but there is a romancy There is a romancy themed with these books, or with a lot of them, which I don't hate because I do want to get into more romancy. I feel like I've kind of dabbled in it, but I haven't full on gone into it, so now I have the lineup to do that. Then got The Serpents in the Wing of the Night, and I've heard really, really good things about this book as well. To be fair, all of these books I've heard really amazing things about. I have no idea what any of these books are about. I feel like when I started reading, I would look up TikToks about what they were about, and then I'd kind of loosely spoil it for myself, and then I would be more inclined to read the book, whereas now I just go into most books blind, not really knowing what to expect. Maybe a couple tropes, but that's it. So I don't know anything about these books. All I know is that they are highly recommended and I've heard great things about them. But what I might do is just go on TikTok and have a look at some of these books to see what they're about. I then got this book by Andy Darcy Theo. Now, this is his last in his series. It's The Shadow That Finds Us. I do already have this book, so I might be giving this away. So if you want to win a copy of this book, definitely check out my Instagram and my TikTok. The next book I got is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I've heard, again, so much about this. I've heard it's really good. Again, I have no idea what it's about, but I'm assuming it's about a woman and a night. But my friend Lily actually read this before she gave it to me and she said it was really good. So I am super, super excited about that as well. Oh, I have read One Dark Window actually, and I think because I listened to it rather than reading it, I didn't understand it, and I think I've come to the conclusion that if I'm listening to a romancy book, I'm not understanding any of it. Nothing's going in. I need to physically read it to understand what's going on. I'm very excited about this one. This one's been on my TBR for so long and I haven't actually ever picked up the book. Now I have it in my hands. This is Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. something. I don't know how you pronounce that name. But again, I don't know what it's about, but I've heard loads and loads of great things about it. So I'm super excited to get into this one. So just by reading the back, it seems maybe like she's an assassin and she's been like trained to kill him. That's interesting. Now, the next book I am super, super excited about because I just love this series. I've only read the first 3 or 4 books, but this is King of Gluttony by Ana Huang. Now, this is book 6 in the series, Kings of Sin. I did have the first few, but I sold them on my Vinted, but I might be more inclined to rebuy them and just have the series on my shelves, because why not? But this is King of Gluttony. Now, I don't know if this is, I mean, there's 7 deadly sins, so I'm assuming there's going to be a 7th book. But I think this one is the most recent one. Is that right? But again, I've heard some really great things about this one. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. Again, we're getting boring now. But all I know, apparently he is handsome, talented and beloved, and she is smart, witty and competitive, which sounds like a bit of me, to be honest. Childhood rivals, secret obsession. So maybe it's a childhood romance, or like a, what's the word, childhood friends to lovers. Super, super excited to read this. This is kind of the last book, kind of not, but it is When the Moon Hatched by Sara A Parker. Now, I've heard so much about this book, I don't know what it's about, I have no idea, but the cover really intrigues me. Every time I go to the shops I pick this one up, and I haven't actually ever bought it, but now I have it. I'm assuming it's about dragons, because there are some sort of dragons or wyverns. No, I think that's a dragon. Maybe it's a dragon, maybe it's a wyvern, I'm not sure, but I've heard some really, really great things about this one. So it says, she's an assassin on the run, and he is the dragon rider who will stop at nothing to save her. Already intrigued, already piqued. Interest is piqued. Hey, fun. I like the sound of this. I cannot wait to be able to read this. Okay, so these next 2 aren't really like readable books, they're more collectibles. However, they are so gorgeous and I'm so excited to add them to my collection, because we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Now, this is the Cranford collection. How gorgeous is that? Just the spine, everything. And I believe it has like illustrations on the inside, which is so lovely. So like I could read it if I wanted to. I already know the plot of Sense and Sensibility. However, just these books on the shelves are so gorgeous, and even when I get my own house and I have the library of my dreams, these are going to be out on display. They could be cute little coffee table books. I think they're just gorgeous. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. And then we have Pride and Prejudice. Now, I love Pride and Prejudice with all my heart and soul. It's got sprayed edges as well with the peacock. And the peacock was actually on the first edition of Pride and Prejudice. So I'm not 100% sure if this was like an exact replica. All I know is that if you go to Jane Austen's house in Hampshire, if you go to Jane Austen's house in Hampshire, they have a museum and they have one of the first editions of Pride and Prejudice. And it has a peacock on it, or a peacock feather. I can't remember the exact that one it is, but this is just such a gorgeous edition of it, and I'm so lucky to have gifted it. But yeah, again, it is like a readable copy, which I've already read Pride and Prejudice, but it's just so beautiful. But again, these 2 just like to get, look at that. Honestly, it's so beautiful. I can't wait. I love Pride and Prejudice so much that I'm getting married at one of the filming locations. I'm not going to say which one, but if you follow my Instagram, you'll know which movie location I go to quite a lot. That's kind of a hint, but I love them. I'm obsessed, and I will be adding these to my collection. They are all the books I got for my birthday. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below which one you would like to read, or which one you have read, and let me know so I can bump it up my TBR. But I'm fear my TBR has now got extremely long. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, on my Instagram and my TikTok, and let me know what video you want to see next. Bye.